Those old enough to remember wandering the aisles of the video rental store will no doubt recall the vivid box art of the horror section. Titles like Zombie, House, They Live, Return of the Living Dead, and The Stuff immediately bring clear images to mind of the movies that would become our next weekend's Splatterfest. One 1991 film didn't exactly shatter box office records, but almost all of us will agree its box art is instantly recognizable. I hope you enjoy this final entry in my Halloween makeup series, Popcorn. Tape down a piece of cardstock I roughly cut for the skull and pulled some hair through. Took Mehron edge in white and sketched out the top of the head and the skull portion. Using Buggles Pro Classic Color No. 2 palette, take the ochre color and start to paint the skull face. As I mentioned, this paper is only a guess, so I'm figuring out the proper sizing at this point. Then cut away some of the excess, but still leaving a border for the green glow later. Also taped a piece down for the collar. Taking Skin Illustrator in black, paint out the top of the head and the edge of the skull. Using Mehron edge in black to begin the suit. Figured out the collar placement and finished up the jacket. Back with the white edge, paint the collar and the shirt. The Buggles ochre color and airbrush some soft shading. Intensify some of the shading with the Mehron Star Blend in black. Then with the black Mehron edge, refine the collar. With Buggles Pro Rust Red, build up some of the shading and textures. And build up some even darker ones with the Skin Illustrator black. After that, use some of the Mehron Paradise paint in white to airbrush some soft highlights. Put in some starker highlights with the Mehron white edge. Finish up the side of the skull that goes behind the face mask. Using the Buggles ochre color, start to flesh out the skull with the airbrush. Follow that with Buggles Rust Red and create more depth. Outline with the black Mehron. Starting with a thin detail brush and switching to a larger one for big areas. Now following that with airbrushing Skin Illustrator black to really deepen those shadows. Paint in the teeth with white Mehron edge. Then go around and add some highlights over the whole thing. Back to the Buggles Classic Color No. 2 palette, airbrush the lime color to start the green glow around the character. Then for a deeper green, switch to the Amazon Green Mehron Paradise paint. Going over the same areas, but leaving some of the lime color on the outer edges so it looks more like it's glowing. Grab the black Skin Illustrator and fill in the rest of the forehead, and soften the edge of the paper for a better illusion. Get the black edge again and clean up some of the edges, similar to the original art. Take yellow Wolf Effects Hydrocolor, and with a thin detail brush, add some soft highlights. Now to amp up with the white highlights using the Mehron edge. For the face, with Skin Illustrator Grunge palette, use the sand color for highlights. And airbrush the midtones with Buggles ochre color. Put in some darker areas with the Buggles Rust Red. Took a fine detail brush and filled in my eyebrows with the same color. Black out one side of my face and ear with the Mehron black. Airbrush Mehron white Paradise paint to brighten some areas. Went back in with the ochre color to soften into the rust red and lighter tones. Use the Buggles Classic color number 2 peach color. Soften the edges of the brightest highlights. Take red Wolf Effects Hydrocolor and fill in the lips. Color the lash line with black Mehron Star Blend and use a larger brush for some of the darker shadows around the face. Put some highlights in with Mehron White Edge. Also paint the tears down the face. Then with the black edge for thinner shadowing, then onto the black Star Blend for soft, larger shadows along the tears. Use NYX Professional Makeup Worth the Hype Mascara. Take down my hair, then use the black edge to block out the top of the hair. With the Amazon Green Paradise paint, airbrush the green glow onto the hair. Also finish the glow under the face. I cut a mask handle from craft foam, and there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this look. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.